Welcome back. The Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, Ahmed Isa, participated in the 43rd International Tourism Exhibition FITOUR 2023. The International Tourism Fair FITOUR had opened its doors to tourism enthusiasts in the Spanish capital city of Madrid, with around 8,500 businesses from 131 countries participating there. The Spanish King Philip, the Secretary General of the World Tourism Organization, they inaugurated the event, and we're very delighted to be having with us live over the phone Dr. Adel Hamza, the tourism expert. Good morning, Dr. Hamza.
Yeah, good morning.
How are you doing, sir?
Very good. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you so much. Give us a briefing about FITOUR 2023 and what exactly is it exhibiting and targeting and gathering from worldwide countries.
Okay. First of all, we have to know that this fair actually is one of the largest fairs for tourism in all over the world, after Berlin and London. This is the fair number 3. And yesterday it was opened by King Philip VI, as you said, but actually this, this fair actually has a very importance for the world tourism all over the world, because this fair actually is targeting the people who are speaking in Spanish.
In French?
In Spanish, sorry, Spanish.
Spanish, okay.
Yes, and this year actually we have a very good strategy by the Minister of Tourism to attract a lot of tourists from all over the world, but especially from Latin America. And we are targeting people from Latin America. Excuse me, just a second.
So it's gathering, it's mostly gathering companies and specialists. Yes, you're coming up now. The voice is much better.
Yeah, we are targeting actually people from Latin America who speaks in Spanish. So this year actually is really, according to our strategy, is very important chance for us, because we will meet those people and those travel agencies who are coming from Latin America who speaks Spanish. So this is really very good chance, very golden chance for us this year to attract those people. And the statistics say that #1 who are coming to Luxor this year are the Spanish, and the Spanish people coming, or the Spanish speakers who are coming from different Latin Americans.
So it's the Spanish people and the Latinos also, Spanish and Latin Americans from the... Which means that there are, including them, is Mexican also.
The people who in Latin America who speak
Latin
Spanish,
America, Venezuela, Mexico, Puerto Ricans,
right.
all those Latinos.
Exactly, this is right. And this is the strategy which is adopted by the Egyptian Ministry of Tourism this year to attract more people to the Egyptian destinations. And it actually, yesterday when we saw about the fair, we talked a lot about the Egyptian civilization and the Egyptian history and how they are passionate of the Egyptian history and the Egyptian civilization, which is good sign for this year actually, that will attract all those people.
Right, but let me talk to you about the Latin Americans and the Spanish tourists in particular. Are these new types and new groups of tourists that Egypt haven't experienced too much before? I mean, lots of people are coming to Egypt from all nationalities, but for each season there is a different nationality that likes to come over at this particular season. So the idea of attracting the Latinos and the Spanish nationalities to Luxor and Aswan in winter, how is it working, and why exactly is that particular nationality?
This is actually very good and smart questions. As we know that we have Spanish tourists from Spain the last few decades, but it was not that number we are expecting. This year in a specific, the statistics says that the number one tourists who visited Luxor for the last year are the people who are speaking in Spanish. This is the statistics of the tourism of the Ministry of Tourism. So the strategy which was applied by the Minister of Tourism this year to attract those people who were not actually very famous to come to this Egyptian destination. So they do very big and promotions to attract those people. So this year we are in specific we are targeting those people, the Spanish and the people who are Spanish speakers from Latin Americans. So we are expecting this year to actually have a variety of tourists. Number one will be the people who are coming from Latin America and Spain, or Spanish speaker people. So this is the target this year. And we'll see the end of this year to 2023 that this strategy actually was really good, because we will see the figures this year and we'll see.
Right, that is a very good approach, but let me mind you that especially the Latin Americans in particular, though they do not possess too many artifacts, they do not possess that much of history compared to Egypt with all its monuments, but they might be the top world's destination when it comes to spring vacations, when it comes to the coastal vacations, when it comes to festivities, because of the warm beat there and the gatherings and the spirit, the warm spirit of the Latin Americans, especially places like Cancun, for example. If you take a small place like the beach of Cancun, where most of the Americans prefer to spend their spring holidays in Cancun, though there isn't anything that might distinguish Cancun from any other part of the world, like Italy, for example. But Cancun is one of the best destinations where you can spend a spring vacation. So how did the Ministry of Tourism prepare to be able to satisfy the Latin American tourist and visitor, to be able to prepare them spiritually and that particular tourist fashion to satisfy them, their taste?
You are right. You are right. I was in Cancun in 5 years ago. I was in Cancun, and what you said is really, really true. That Cancun attracts a lot of tourists to this place, and very famous place, or maybe the famous in Mexico. But I can tell you right now that we have a very, very good approach to the coastal tourism also, that the Egyptian Ministry of Tourism prepared a lot of programs for Alamein, for El Gouna, for the Red Sea, all the places in the Red Sea. And the difference between us and the Cancun, for example, regarding this approach, that the Egyptian have history. And the history is attracting a lot of people. That's the history and the civilization is attracting European, attracting the Americans. So instead of going to one place to enjoy the coastal tourism, they prefer to have a place where they have everything. So in Egypt, when they come to Egypt, they will have everything. They will have everything all the year. Right now, they can go to the coastal tourism in Egypt even in winter. Even in winter in Sharm el-Sheikh and Red Sea, you can come and see and enjoy the coastal. You can come and enjoy the civilization. So this is the difference between us and them. And I think the Minister of Tourism is too smart to attract those people and to have programs and products which is including both of them.
Right. Mr. Adel Hamza, the tourism expert, would like to thank you so much, and you have a beautiful day. And we're going to go to a short break, and we'll come to continue the breakfast show, so stay with us.